Hello, 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 and welcome to all of my Libras. This is for my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your reading, your weekly reading. And by the way, happy Tuesday to all of my Libras. My readings are every Tuesday, and I have special readings occasionally. But we're going to get started about talk about a few great things with my Libras. I love my Libras. My Libras are very romantic. You guys are very charming. You're great listeners. You're very fair. You're idealist. And you're also very understanding. You know, if you have some Libras in your life, please show your Libras some love because they're pretty awesome people. We're gonna but then again, you know what, so are all of my astrological signs. You just have to know the difference between high vibrating and low vibrating astrological signs. We can all find good in each other, and that's what we plan on doing here. And so I like to reiterate all the good character traits in all of my astrological signs. Also keep in mind we have some planets in retrograde that's also planets, period. I just want to say this, whether they're in retrograde or they're direct, or control a lot of what's happening right now, and people don't even realize, like with COVID-19, with the protests and things, and just all sorts of things that's happening right now. The planets are in charge of a lot of things, and people don't even realize, but it's a good idea for all of us to get our birth charts and see where the planets were aligned on the day that we were born, the time that we were born, and then the location of where we were born. Because those are very, very powerful too, to see why we're all in our heads and why all of this thinking is going on, like extra thinking. But yeah, so Libras, let's get into your reading. Let's talk about some planets in retrograde first. So first of all, Mercury is going retrograde in 2 days. So today is Tuesday. By Thursday, Mercury will be in retrograde. The astrological signs that's affected the most by Mercury being in retrograde is Gemini and Virgo. But again, it affects all of us. But I'm saying because that's their planet, Mercury is the Gemini and Virgo planet, it affects them the most. Okay, so don't be surprised when Mercury goes retrograde. There may be some problems with some miscommunication. Or problems with communication, or people misunderstanding you, or you thinking about some like mistakes that you've made, that kind of thing. We also have Venus in retrograde that affects the Taurus and Libra. And so you're thinking about areas of love, and love could be romantic love, family love, or self-love, but you're thinking about areas of love and reviewing your financial situation. We have Jupiter that's in retrograde. That affects the Sagittarius the most, but you could also have Sagittarius in your chart. But you're thinking about your belief system in life. You're thinking about ideals. You're also thinking about your visions and goals. We also have Saturn in retrograde until I believe September 29th. I'm pretty sure it's until September 29th. That's going to affect the Capricorn and the cusp Aquariuses the most. And so you're thinking about, you're reviewing your relationship, long-term goals, responsibilities. You're also restructuring your attitude towards obstacles. So a lot of thinking going on, okay? A lot of thinking going on. Neptune is also in retrograde until November 29th, and that's, you're thinking about your inner spirit, your inner tranquility, your spirituality. You're also focusing on your visions, things that you, goals and visions that you set for yourself. Uranus is also in retrograde. We just had a card pop out. I'm just going to leave. Oh wow, I'll leave that there. That just popped out. Uranus is directly connected to the Aquarius. That's in retrograde until July 15th. And you're thinking about inner freedom. Focus. That's your primary focus, is your inner freedom. Also, Pluto is in retrograde. That's directly connected to the Scorpio. And so you're reviewing how you deal with change. And of course, the entire planet was thrust into change because of COVID-19. And so that's going to be in retrograde until October 4th. And so it's just a lot of thinking going on, like a lot of thinking with a lot of people, a lot of, situations and so on and so forth. But again, for you, my Libras, we know that you are a part of the air element, which represents your journey to intellect and power, and Venus being your sign, being your planet, the one that you're connected to. So it's not surprising to me that you would be thinking, a lot about your financial situation and a lot about love. Love, again, being romantic love, family love, and self-love. So let's get into your reading. Yeah. Most High God in the universe, please give me some information for my Libras. Give me some information for my Libras. Any information that you want to share as it relates to their love, their spirituality, their money, career. Any information that you want to share, universe. Let's go, Libra. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa, okay. All right, the major arcanas that pop out. Let me move this around a little bit. The major arcanas that pop out for you is the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is directly attached to the Sagittarius. We also know that this is our karma card. Okay, so but the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, is attached to the Sagittarius, and we know that Jupiter is in retrograde right now, right? So knowing that Jupiter is in retrograde right now, we know that there's a lot of things we're thinking about. We're thinking about relationships. We're thinking about, not, when I say relationships, I mean not just relationships with other people. We're talking about relationships with ourselves, as well. And that's really, really important. You're thinking about your ideals. You're thinking about your belief systems in life. You're reviewing your visions, and then we have the Temperance card, so this is attached to the Sagittarius. It's also same thing. So again, these are just not by coincidence. So you could, Libra, have a very strong presence of Sagittarius in your charts, or you could have, there's a Sagittarius somewhere in your life that's a big influence right now, but we'll get more into that in just a second. We have the King of Pentacles. This represents your journey to money. This also represents wealth. Wealth and money represents your journey to wealth and money. So you're in a very wealthy place right now. Your Princess of Swords here. This is you in your power position. You have your life in full balance of power and intellect. Look at this Three of Cups. This represents your journey to emotions and creativity. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay. And so remember I said Scorpio is also, and Pluto is also in retrograde right now. So you're thinking about, change and transformation right now. Remember I said a lot of people are kind of thrown off by COVID-19. I mean, the whole world is actually thrown off by COVID-19. It has forced a lot of people to go in, both physically and spiritually, kind of to go in. But this is showing celebration in your life. So there could be a Scorpio in your life, or they may have it in their chart, that's celebrating life with you. Look, this power and intellect and money. Okay, we're not talking about just sun signs. We're talking about moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, look at this. King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, right? We have Neptune and Pluto also in retrograde right now. And like I said, Pluto being in retrograde affects the Scorpio, right? That is reflecting on how you deal with change and transformation. COVID-19, all of this, also you have Neptune in retrograde right now, where you're focused on your spirituality and inner tranquility, and your vision is your primary focus. And so you've learned how to control your emotions. Your emotions are directly attached to your money, okay? You have, like I said, a very strong, whether it's in your chart or there's a Sagittarius either very strongly in your chart, or there are Sagittarius in your life that is playing a very, very dominant role. I'm going to move these up and see what the universe is sharing more with me. But yeah, there's universe, give me some more information for my Libras. Some more information for my Libras for this reading. Some more information for my Libras for this reading. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. The major arcana that I'm getting on this part is the Lovers card. This is a Gemini card. We have the rose quartz here. See, rose quartz represents love, compassion, kindness, tenderness. It could be love for family, for self-love. It could be a romantic love. What I'm getting for you, Libra, is a romantic love. Someone coming into your life, and it could possibly be someone with Sagittarius in their chart. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Sagittarius sun. Okay, I want to be crystal clear. They could have Sagittarius in their chart. That is your twin flame. And look at the strength. You've both come through a lot of mountains. You both are very, very strong. And this person is your twin flame. They match you perfectly. Look at this. This Seven of Cups represents temptation. Okay. So this, okay, hold on for just a second. Let me back up, because the first card that came out before this was the Eight of Wands. Okay. This represents spirituality and taking action. Okay. So, like, remember I said before that your emotions were tied directly to your money. How you've controlled your emotions is tied directly to your money. Okay. This has caused you to just shoot straight up, like in terms of like promotion, in terms of like acceleration. You just went straight up. You've accelerated quite quickly. And so because you've been able to control your emotions, and like I said, this is a Gemini card, but what I'm getting is that someone could either have Gemini in their chart, or this new person in your life actually matches you perfectly. And again, they could have Sagittarius in their chart. Okay, so because you've accelerated so quickly, there's a lot of temptations in your life. Like, everything is going great for you. You're healed. You're in love, not only with yourself, you have great love. And see, the thing about healing is that you're putting that good energy out there for everybody. Like, you're not hurting. You're healed. And because you're healed and you're in this new beginning phase of your life, you have the universe behind you. Your third eye is also open. So you actually see things before they happen. That's that intellect and that's that power. But you also can see the snakes, people who don't mean you well. See, look at this first card that we pulled was the Princess of Pentacles. You know exactly how to use this sword to cut the things off that don't serve you, right? Higher purpose. And so just be mindful of all the temptations that come with the wealth, the kind of wealth that you have. Okay, the kind of wealth. All right, look at this Nine of Pentacles. Look at you. You're just so vivacious. Look at and how colorful you are, Libra. I mean, just undeniable. The universe is behind you. You have all of this money. Again, this is reiterating your wealth. To some people, it could be kind of flashy, like peacock, but you know that you've worked hard for it and you deserve it. So because you've learned how to control your emotions, which are directly tied to your money, and you have that strength and you have the universe behind you, it doesn't matter what other people think of how, how colorful and vivacious you are. It doesn't matter what other people think. They still couldn't stop your money. They really couldn't. And look at you. You're going up, up, and up. With each transition, you're becoming more powerful and you're becoming wiser. And also you can use those swords too to cut things and people off that don't serve you, don't serve a higher purpose. Not meaning don't serve you as like is in servant. I mean, serve a higher purpose in your life. Those people who would try to become blockages. And look, the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. This represents you having willpower. Remember I said your control of your emotions are directly connected to your money? You'd be surprised at the number of people who have decided to switch their spiritual path because something wasn't working for them in the past, and look what it got them. Because they've been able to harness their emotions, become the King of Cups. And that willpower, look, you flying over all your obstacles. You flying over all the mountains in your life because you've been able to harness that emotion. But again, I'm getting real strong Sagittarius energy. Look at the first two. In terms of love, I'm getting a lot of real strong Sagittarius energy, like I said with the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune. Just real strong Sagittarius energy is what I'm getting, for you in terms of who this person is. Okay. And like I said, having Sagittarius in their chart. That's why I say, please, please, please check out your birth chart to see exactly what you have in your chart, because none of us just make up all of one particular sign. Like, it would be rare for you to be, let's say Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, all Libra, right? So check to see what you have in your charts, because this is an excellent reading for you. Like I said, this is celebration. You're celebrating your money, you're celebrating your love, you're celebrating, increase all around you. But all of this is tied to you, one, loving yourself enough to heal from whatever in your past, because I'm not seeing anything in your past, but you loving yourself enough to heal, and that's tied to your money. So you're putting that good energy and karma out there in the universe, and so love came back, more money came back, and you're accelerating at such a fast pace you can't even believe it yourself. But that's what I have for you. Now let's pull some oracle cards and see what they say. Wow, Libra. Love, money, acceleration, harvest time. Wow, just worthiness. You are worthy of everything that's happening for you right now, Libra. You're worthy of it all. You're worthy of it. That's what we have, that you're worthy of it. Let's see what let's see what these moon cards have for you. This is another oracle card. Universe, give me some more information for my Sagittarius. This is a great reading for them. Yeah, everything. Wow, just beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. The energy is gaining momentum. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look, you gaining momentum. This is your Chariot card. Again, your Chariot card is directly tied to the Cancer. and Cancer, your emotions and creativity. So I'm telling you, so someone could have Cancer in their chart, but what I'm really getting primarily is the yeah, so the major arcanas I want to say here. The one that's the most dominant is the Sagittarius energy. So somebody could have Sagittarius in their chart, but they could also have Cancer and Gemini in their chart. But yeah, I mean, mm, mm, mm. Wow. Yeah, what I'm getting from you for you is that that wealth is just mm, that wealth. It's just you're becoming wealthier and wealthier and wealthier at every stage. But you have everything. Like you have the love, your twin flame in your life. Um, that good energy and karma came back to you tenfold. Yeah, lots of temptation. And I'm telling you, listen, this right here, when people see you as like the Nine of Pentacles, like this peacock, like, okay, so why do they have all of that? And why do they have to be so, you know, for some people, it doesn't matter if you wore a paper sack out of the house. It wouldn't matter if you wore a potato sack. They would still think you were flashy. But I'm telling you, Libra, you don't need to even pay attention to any of that. That's what these snakes are down here. Those are people representing. But see how low on the pole they are. They're not even up here. So those are just, they don't matter. Bottom line is, Libra, you have everything that you ever asked for. Everything that you've ever asked for. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I am so excited for you. Like, these readings have been very powerful for me to receive these from the universe. And I'm anxious to see what you guys have to say in response to the readings, because when I see so far the readings that I've been doing have been pretty powerful. And when I look at all the cards and how they're kind of sort of spread out, and I see the major arcana, which is the overarching theme, and then things that's happening for you right now, I'm just happy for you all. I really, really am. I go back and I look at my chart when I do some of these readings, and I'm like, okay, which ones apply to me? Because I know I have multiple astrological signs in my own personal reading, and I just get excited for each and every one of you. But this is what I'm getting for you. Yeah, this is what I'm getting for you, Libra. The strongest energy in this is a Sagittarius energy, specifically somebody with Sagittarius in their chart. So let me know. Let me know, because you have the power, the money, and the love. Yeah, I mean, that just came back in ways you never even imagined. So thank you so much. Again, this has been a reading for my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have that in your chart, if you have Libra in your chart, I'm excited for you. I'm really, really excited for you. Thank you so much for joining Queen Amun Ra for your reading on today. And again, happy Tuesday. Bye.